Coming up at 11, a former Kentucky sheriff accused of killing the district judge in his chambers was back in court today.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Caroline Mueller. Former Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Stein, who was arrested for the shooting death of Judge Kevin Mullins, was in court today, where attorneys discussed several motions in the case. Defense attorneys submitted a motion to dismiss the murder indictment against Stein, a motion to set the bond for the former sheriff, and a motion to unseal the results of the psychiatric evaluation that was ordered by the court earlier this year. The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office says the motion to dismiss is not warranted and Stein is not entitled to bond because the charge is a capital offense. They also have 2 weeks to respond to the motion to unseal before the judge will set the next court date for the case.
The judge basically is taking them under submission, and we will await further orders of the court. He's instructed us to file certain additional documents, as you heard, and we'll get those submitted.
The next court date is expected to be decided after the defense and prosecution have responded to the current motions. Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly crash in Floyd County. Troopers say it happened yesterday on Kentucky Route 979 in the T-Berry community. They say 36-year-old Kyle Hall was riding a motorcycle when he hit a concrete culvert. Hall died at the scene, and a passenger was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The London City Council called a special meeting this afternoon. In the meeting, council members addressed a resolution they plan on taking to impeach Mayor Randall Weddle. Many citizens attended the meeting. Some were there to support Weddle, others to stand up to the council members, or to continue fighting for justice for Doug Harless. One man says he does not understand why the council is fighting so hard to remove the mayor.
It's just nothing more than a witch hunt to me personally. I don't even understand what's going on here. They keep on, oh, this mayor's doing this mayor's doing that. If you look at the history, we've had problems here before this mayor even came around.
The public will find out if Weddle will be impeached from his position of mayor at the next meeting. That's on September 5th at 9 a.m. And a former police officer is suing the City of London and Mayor Randall Weddle. Former London police officer Jared Hale filed the lawsuit Thursday. Hale claims he was harassed because of his religious beliefs. The suit also says Hale was questioned for his involvement in the police shooting of Doug Harless in December of last year. Despite the lawsuit saying Hale was not among the officers trying to execute the warrant on Harless's home. Hale is seeking damages for defamation, false light, harassment, free speech association, and retaliation.
Well, the weekend is finally here, and we're seeing temperatures right now in the 60s and 70s. We're at 72 in Whitley City. Feels like 72 degrees out there. Other temperatures as of 11 o'clock. Look at Monticello as well as Somerset. 79 degrees in Monticello. Somerset, same story. 76 in London, 74 in Manchester. We're at 70 in Hazard, 79 in Jackson, as well as Pikeville. Feels like temperature still in the 80s in some places. 81 in Pikeville, 82 in Somerset, 83 in Monticello. All is quiet right now on Live Pinpoint Doppler radar, and this is going to get a break for the most part as we go into the weekend. So when we get into Sunday, cannot rule out maybe a stray shower or two, but the majority of us will stay dry. But tomorrow, look at that, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s throughout the afternoon and early evening hours, making for a beautiful day. Definitely get out and enjoy it. Make sure, though, if you do have outdoor plans, you stay hydrated and you find shade to take a little break if needed. I'll have your complete first alert forecast coming up in a few minutes. Caroline.
All right, Eric, thank you. High school football season is gearing up, and that means another season of learning the sport's good, bad, and ugly for young athletes. During a preseason scrimmage between Rowan County High School and Bourbon County High School, a multiplayer fight broke out, getting the Kentucky High School Athletic Association involved. Tonight, Madison Carmouche talked to a parent of an injured player and the KHSAA about this learning experience ahead of the new season.
Whether it's a physical sport or not, that type of physical altercation should not ever be on a football field.
Cassandra Perkins is a mom of 2 Rowan County High School football players. She says before her son's preseason scrimmage against Bourbon County High School in early August, she and her fellow football moms haven't seen a game turn this violent.
And I seen 2 or 3 of the boys wrestle him around. I seen the helmet come off. I did not realize that it was my son that had been hit until he started walking out of the cluster.
The next thing she saw was something she said panicked her and sprung her into action as a mom. Her 14-year-old son Dylan's face was covered in blood after being hit in the head with his own helmet.
When I realized that it was my son, I went into instant panic.
She says that night she took Dylan to the emergency room. He left there with 3 staples behind the hairline with no concussion. Kentucky High School Athletic Association Senior Associate Butch Cope says the commissioner is in communication with both schools' athletic directors to figure out who needs to be penalized.
Ultimately, we want the kids to be able to play and the coaches to be able to coach, but at the same time, you've got the safety and the sportsmanship issue. It is education-based athletics. There are teachable moments.
Cope says players must learn these penalties are not personal attacks, but just a reminder that high school players should not imitate the behavior they see at the college or pro levels.
And hopefully, both sides will learn from this too as well.
Madison Carmouche, WKYT.
Cope says at this time there is not a definite number of players or coaches who will be penalized for this incident. A man is in federal custody after a drug and weapons trafficking investigation in Martin County. The Sheriff's Department Chief Deputy says they were able to purchase drugs and weapons from Jimmy Cornett. While serving the warrant, they also arrested a woman who was with a 4-month-old child that was near suspected drugs. Cassandra Hamilton was taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. The baby was handed over to Child Protective Services. Deputies in Laurel County are looking for a missing man. 34-year-old Victor Lee Smith was last seen on Cherry Hill Avenue around midnight Thursday. He's about 6 feet tall and has tattoos, an eyebrow piercing, and a scar on his lip. Smith was last seen wearing a white shirt and black shorts. If you see him or know where he is, let the sheriff's office know. A heads up if you're driving south through Campbell County, Tennessee this weekend. Starting Sunday evening at 7, I-75 South will be reduced to 1 lane past exit 134. Also, I-75 North will have 1 lane closed at mile marker 133 starting Monday at 7 p.m. Crews will be doing bridge work. Construction is expected to be done by next Saturday. KCEOC is working to help folks facing poverty in eastern Kentucky. Communications Director Keith Green says their goal is to create programs and services to propel folks to self-sufficiency. Green says they also have a homeless program working to help folks in the mountains meet their needs by engaging in programs with KCEOC.
Oh, it's a tremendous feeling of gratefulness. It really keeps you humble day to day, knowing that when I go to work and I see my colleagues doing, working day, when I lay my head down, I know it wasn't just about money. It was about restoring people in our community.
Green says they also have youth programs, trade schools, and other education opportunities. Progress is coming along in many higher ground communities throughout eastern Kentucky, prepared to give flood survivors a new beginning in an energy-efficient home. The Housing Development Alliance has 5 homes at Perry County's Skyview community that will be powered by solar panels. The goal is to make the homes more affordable for flood survivors who have experienced significant losses, such as Samantha Turner, a 2-time flood survivor.
And so she's really excited about it. She works in the local school system. And, as all of us usually know, a lot of people in the school system don't make a big salary. So to be moving up here, to, have a house payment and all those things, to have a utility bill that's going to be a lot lower was very exciting for her.
The HDA says all 32 homes that they will build in the Skyview community will have solar panels, and they're expected to start building more homes in early September. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, President Trump meets with President Putin behind closed doors for hours during a high-stakes summit in Alaska.
And if you have plans this weekend, these will be needed. Details coming up.